Welcome back to Factorio Seablock TSM episode number 210. So I've just had a quick look at. We're still at the processing unit facility as it was, and these are our level 2 power poles, medium electric power poles. And I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to power up this thing, and it looks like, unless I start putting power poles in here, which I could do, these are not actually of long enough range. So it's time to start looking at the next level of power poles, which of course it takes me about 3 clicks to find. Level 3 and level 4 even. We should we should actually be able to do both. We just need to be manufacturing insulated wire. I don't think I'm making insulated wire anywhere, or at least not in... I am making it in some places, but I don't think I'm making it in the sort of quantities that... Yeah, we're not putting any insulated wire on a train at this moment, which is probably fine for our Make Everything factory, and possibly everywhere else we're doing it. Also, this is actually completely chockers, and we're trying to unload the carbon train. All these trains have basically come and gone. Carbon looks like it's the last one. Until we make some space in here, the carbon train is not going anywhere. What space would I suggest? What are you actually trying to do? You need the copper plate and the gold plate. Maybe it would be worthwhile to, before we leave here, do something like that. And maybe we should also... Oh, I don't have any blues anyway. Oh, I don't have any room to put the... Why do I have all these copper plate? That's not useful. Now I have some room. Good. Okay, you come to me. So you would be the gold plate, right? Yes. We need some of you to go down, so we probably need one of these there and one of... Oh, that's not quite enough room, is it? No, it's not quite enough room. Unless... unless it goes there, and then we have... something like that, and... let's just quickly copy a little bit of this. And... oh. There's the copper, so we may as well make this one output gold. Gold plate. And that means that one can also output gold plate. This should fairly shortly make a little bit of space, and the carbon can try and unload. How much is there? In fact, only 1.5k. It's not that much. These will kind of load up in time. I'm hoping this will go away because we probably need it elsewhere. $784 between the two of them. I guess you have no outstanding requests. No, but we can get these handful of belts taken care of. So from my point of view, I need to make sure that the Make Everything is making the insulated wire, and let's get these bigger poles and see if they will fix our problem. I could have waited for the train, but we can run. There we go, there's the train. Maybe the train will actually beat me. Should probably look at making a concrete or reinforced concrete path. There you go. Train's up there. It's done its job. It's on its way out. And we are still not there. So yeah, we probably should have just waited for the train and used it. But never mind. I think we just have to get past this one. And we should be Gucci, as they like to say. Right, here we are. Here we go. So steel can't unload into here. I'm wondering why this one is so full. Whether there is anything I can do to load balance it a little bit. I could load balance to this one. That is the one problem with these networked versions of the warehouses. They don't have quite the same capacity as the straight up warehouses. They've only got 520 slots instead of 700 and whatever it is. So yeah, and how much do we have remaining? 4.1k. This is completely chockers as well. Yeah, I thought dividing it between 4 would be adequate, but maybe I'm going to have to restrict the amount of stuff that actually gets unloaded. Teething issues. Okay, maybe if we increase what we're using this stuff on. I think what I was thinking of doing was making I need it to be near the resin, I think. Looking at the formulas for the insulated wire, you need rubber. There's either liquid rubber, or I believe you can also do it not in one of these, but in like a chem furnace. Chem furnace? Or just any furnace. Can I set you? Probably needs to be a chem furnace. Are we making chemical furnaces? I don't know. No. In a word, no. So, what I'm trying to say multi-purpose furnace. That one we can make. Okay, let's make one of those. Hopefully it's what I need. That there, resin. So resin can be turned into rubber. That's actually solid resin. It's not actually the liquid form. We have solid resin here, I think. Resin, yes. We actually have two things making resin. So, I don't actually need to place this where I have, but never mind, we have. I do have one of these mechanisms, that's handy. What I will do is we want to extend that like so. Now, you need to be making the insulated wire. We've got no requests at the moment. 150. It's possibly more than I want. I want to set you to... Ah, it's doing it via, that's right. I need another wire here. Need that wire to go to there. We also need that to go there. That's fine. Now, we need rubber and insulated wire to be set in here. At the moment, nothing is. So, rubber, I guess, 50 or something like that. And insulated wire, we would probably want something like 100 maintained. So, set filters. Okay, why is that not happening? Because I've made them positive and they need to be negative numbers. Okay. Help if I could remember my own systems. Negative, right. So otherwise it gets slightly more complicated if you make them positive. So there you go, you've got those. You have your 5. Why are you not putting them up? Because you were never on set filters. There we go. So that gives us our insulated wire. Now, where was I making... maybe nowhere here. So we'll spend a moment to have a quick look to see if we're making power. In fact, the first thing to do would probably be to actually ask it if we're making power poles. Medium electric power pole 2 is being made, or it's just being stored. So here we go. I see power poles. You are 2s, you must be the 3s, so there's no reason we can't do 3s now. What did we see that 4s were made out of as well? 4s, gilded copper wire and no. Okay, I don't know if I have any gilded copper wire down here, because that would be another train load of stuff. We'll probably have to ask for it. What do you have left? 3.6k. Which space do you have? Not much. I would have thought this one would run out the fastest, because it's constantly drawing from this one. This is very low. Maybe it's down here. I need a balancing mechanism. Let's quickly grab one. I have one on this thing right here is a balancer. If I remember correctly, or is it just these two? No, it does use this one. What does it actually do? I can't remember. Copy. Oh, I have a tiny bit of landfill. That's not going to go very far, is it? I've thrown away that thing. Hang on. We will get this sussed. Okay, so copy. Okay, so this one, star times -1. Let's have a look where the other wires go. So you have a wire. Got no values at all. I think the idea, why hasn't it made these two, by the way? Maybe we're not actually making express filter. Stack inserters. Why would we not be making those? We should be. I know I'm constantly getting distracted to other things. What's this one? Express stack filter inserter. Which needs this one. Okay. And we actually have built some of those, but we have output them as well. So you have none of the things that you need because nothing is requesting them. Right, you need red circuits. Red circuits. I was going to try and do this sort of stuff offline. Fast stack inserters. Fast stack inserters. What? Fast request. Oh, it already exists. Fast stack filter inserters is what we need. That's that one. And we don't need 50. Let's do 10, say. And then I know we have all of these. So cobalt steel gear wheel, and cobalt steel, that one, I think. And what was the final part of it? Aluminium plate. Aluminium plate 20, there you go. And then we need to put in a demand over here for the express stack filter inserters. You don't have any cobalt steel gear wheels. We are definitely making those, aren't we? Wonderful. Titanium, you were not limited. That's not ideal. Titanium gears, less than 100. Fine. Last thing in the world I want is to store more, but... So, that should filter. We should have these built very soon. So you're multiplying everything by -1. Oh, you're out of power range. Okay, let's fix that. You're dividing everything by 100. And you are dividing by -1. You're multiplying... Come on. You built these filters yet or not? Are you building them? What's going on? You've built 3 and you've output none. Better. Appears to be giving them to me first. How many do I... Oh, I want 30 of them, do I? Fine. Oh, and we don't have any power in there either, apparently. So, we're going to be setting filters from one of these things. I'm a little bit confused about how my own wiring works, as it's been a while since I've had to look at it, so you look like you're... Okay, you're not connecting to that. There's a red wire that connects to the back of that one from there. And there's a red wire that connects from here to the front of that one. Okay. I think you go to there. And you go there. Then close one from the front. Is that right? These are around the wrong way, I think. So there's 6.8 in there, there's none in there. So this is now going to start equalizing these two things, which should enable this to finally empty itself. Assuming I did that right. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm happy to add in here a demand that doesn't currently exist for gilded copper wire. That one. They're all minus 20k, right? Yep. Getting there. Steel is almost finished. Here's the greatest demand is from this one. Ah, there's the gilded copper wire. So, we will need something maybe here to turn the gilded copper wire into actual, like, copper, well, the the rolls of it to be turned into that one. It's at ordering 90, okay. Minus 200, that one. Minus 200. Oh, we haven't got any delivered yet, I'm assuming, because there's still 4.5k in there, while these are still trying to balance. Okay, while that's happening, let's get back to here. So, you want to be able to build the medium electric pole 3, which means you need to order into here the medium electric pole 2s. Probably 10 will do, and you also need titanium plate. Titanium plate in the order of, say, 20. And you also need insulated wire. Let's just order 20 insulated wire as well. Petrochem insulated wire 20. And then we can output on the poles 2. Are we doing 10? Okay, poles 3. Poles 3 minus 10. And we can probably also be building poles 4. What numbers did we end up in there? 45. Let's just make that 10. 90 can be 30. That could be 30. So, as soon as we actually get red circuits fully unloaded and this one comes in, we should actually be able to get the medium electric poles 4. Now, what's going on here? That's the big pole recipe. It doesn't look like that's gone anywhere. Iron stick, copper plate. Iron stick. Iron stick. There it is. Iron stick. Let's just order 20 maybe. Iron stick, copper plate. Copper plate 30. And steel plate. Steel plate. Say 30 of those. So we then should be making oh, what's this? 1, 2, 3. How about 4 minus 10 as well, and then the big ones, big 1 minus 10, big 2 minus 10, big 3, big 4. Oh, big 4's in the next row. Let's get rid of it then from this row. And for some reason, you do have set filters, but you're not actually picking up a filter here. Why is that? Set filters, set filters. Big pole 1. Pole 1. And you need big pole 2s. Say 10. Titanium. Say 50. And insulated wire. That was in there. Say 50. And that should make all those. So, the upshot of that, we're still not getting the gilded stuff. How far off is it? 1.9. Something's not working in this balancing thing. There's now no green circuits in there whatsoever. I'm going to worry about fixing this thing up properly. I've obviously wired it slightly wrong. I might do that sort of off camera at some point because this is starting to get tedious. So I think what I'll do is I'll just order like the medium pole 3s, which should be sufficient for my purpose. And 50, that should be fine. See how long it takes to get those. They seem to be coming fairly quickly. I think this will be long enough. Okay. For our design, our pre-module design, right. This time I am going to get this guy to come and pick me up because I'm pretty sure that's going to be faster. And as slow as this appears to be, it is still ticking over. So that is really the main thing. It's not titanium, it's way up here we want to go, isn't it? There's always a reason why we can't just go straight on with what we want to do in this. But, you know, that's part of the joy, isn't it? Each time we have to go back to the drawing board, we get one step closer for good. Okay, so if we were using medium electric pole 3s and they were powered, no, don't do that. Oh, that's awkward. I do believe would be capturing. Everything. Then when we come here, we will need, see if we'd had 4s, it may have been enough. Okay, what are we missing with our processing units then? You don't have your fluid intake, which is currently heading up here. How about... Wait, that doesn't look right. This one is sulfuric acid, so we're not actually ready for that one. It's this one here that's the ferric chloride. Okay. Good. That's kind of typical, isn't it? And there's the other ferric chloride. Okay, so what I think we need to do then is place one of those up there. What do you, oh, you guys are missing these. Yes. There we go. It's a little bit like a Mexican wave at a sporting match, but we are getting some action. Now, so you want the sulfuric acid. That's coming in over here. I probably want to... I mean, we could just go straight up, but that could cause me some issues. So I suspect I want to go at least to there. Right, that's one of the products for these. So we've fully unloaded all of the trains now because we've saturated these belts, so that works. How do I do this in red circuits? Now both of these are going to need some level of rebuilding with modules, but I need them to be in place so that I can actually get to that point. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Oh, I'm only putting these on one side, and then I'm adding the solder to them. But up here, 1, 2, 3. need silicon wafer, tinned copper wire, plastic bar. Okay. We don't use these boards until down here, basically. Oh, I had 2 rows of making I'm intending to have 2 rows here too from the looks of things. That looks like it's way too close. Well, let's get the first row sorted out. So silicon wafers seem to need just 1. Oh, and carbon. So we actually need 4 products, right? Yeah, we need carbon, we need tinned copper wire. Silicon wafers and plastic. So, 1. I don't think I actually want that there. Carbon. Why don't I make you carbon? Carbon is here. You 2 would have to be carbon. So carbon. Well, what am I putting on this? I'm putting carbon and tinned copper wire, say, on this. Carbon and tinned copper wire. So the carbon could be coming in there, right? The tinned copper wire, is it 1 or 2 of these that I'm going to need? I'm not sure. Oh, and you need, obviously, and I'm going to need at least 2 of these. You need, so let me, so going to want another one coming down here. You need to be the tinned wire coil. So actually I might want to change how I've set this up already. So that you're picking up the those guys, and you are picking up those guys, and it's not going to work. Let's go through there. Something like that. Oh, and you need a drop there. Right, and along here, I could actually probably get away with 2s. Now, you also need silicon wafer and plastic bar. Silicon wafer and plastic bar. Which I want on... we've got the same issue, haven't we? I suspect we'll probably want to make the... I'll take the monosilicon. Monosilicon. And that one will be for the plastic bar. Oh. Plastic bar. Of course. All right. Let's just move you. Like so. Get rid of the excess. What's the other thing that we just picked up? Probably that one. And we really need the same kind of setup, but obviously we're doing something different. We're making these guys from, well, I guess one of those. So it's kind of identical to that, really. I'd like to be doing it right there. Right on top of where that is. So we'll change that, use a titanium. We have them, it's just I don't like wasting them over short distances, but when it's something like that, why not? So, yeah, we need... you need to change, obviously. You're not doing that. You are doing that one. And that's a happening thing now. What is the actual numbers of these? I think we're only up to this stage, aren't we? 4 transistors. Oh god, we need to add solder to this as well. Of course we do. Looks like I'm going to put the board on the one that's closest. That seems a bit daft, but nonetheless, that's what's going to happen. So I guess it doesn't really matter where these guys go. The transistors were 4, weren't they? We just don't want the transistors going on the same one as those two. So I think you guys... Oh, God. You guys need to be slightly cleverer than that. Here, have 50. And transistors have 15. And you need a drop far. Right. So on this one, solder. We need boards and we need to add solder in. Okay. Don't quite know how I want to do this. There's a surprise. Solder probably on the bottom. So if we had this here even, making solder. Is it in there? Solder, right. No, actually where it was is fine. And so ideally we would want another blue doing something like that. We'd want that. We'd want that, and we would want that. With this one picking up solder, which means it's actually going to come through here, doesn't it? And you're picking up solder coils. That one. No. That one. And so's your buddy. Solder coils. I don't think I'm going to have enough blue belt for this. Whoops. Come on. Give me back that guy. Right, so, the earliest we can have anything is about here. And it needs to be down to, and that one can be making these. Right, 5 components. Copy. No, not copy. Let's get a blueprint of that. Snap to grid relative, create blueprint. There we go. And here we will need basically how many of, okay, I think just the normal express inserter will do. So you are going to reach back there. I actually should probably move this over one. You're going to reach back there. You're going to reach from there. You're going to drop there. And you need to reach from there. That's fine. Just move over one. Oh, turn off. Oh, and you need some power. What are you missing? Transistors. There we go. Working. Okay. Right. I have no idea how many these guys can support. Maybe if I quickly used max rate calculator, we'll get a number. A number which isn't really going to help me much. How about if I do that again, but I limit it just to that? So we're getting 0.45 of these per second, and we have a net surplus of these things. So I can afford more than one of these per these 3. We're going to run into problems with the transistors. Let's aim for like 2. That would mean, well, the next one that's equivalent would be there, and I want one in between. Maybe that. Let's do this again. That's not worked. It's not what I want to do. What about if instead I was to do that? It's not going to work. It's not quite what I want. That one should go over one. You are actually not quite where I wanted you. I wanted you there. Then, if we were creating a blueprint of that, and we made it relative, we should be able to go, no, it's not working. That is the maximum number that we can support. We probably can't actually support that, but you know. You drop near. That is what I'm doing for this build. I don't know if it's the most efficient or not, but so we should have another one of these, and then the actual processing units itself. Kind of a massive build, isn't it? May have to move where this is. Oh, and your Thorsten Stanikos the third. So let's get some stuff delivered. We've gone over the hour, so I guess once again we've failed to complete the processing units, but it is reasonably complicated and we have made some good progress, so I'll run with that and I'll be happy with that. Thanks for joining me for this one. Look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.